Okay, so actually our first recording today is going to be working the wood energy in particular, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do our warm-up. So welcome back. And we're going to go back out. And we're going to rotate around the arm, so around the elbow, doing a few of those, oiling the joints. And then coming back. And then we're going big for the shoulder loosening. And we're going to come back in. And we're going to work the shoulders. All right, we're going to bring the head down and then back and forward down and back and forward down and back. We're going to bring head to balance point and stretch to one side and then switch, 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 and switch. And we're going to look over shoulder one and then checking over to shoulder two and then back to shoulder one, back to shoulder two. And we're going to work the hips. So in a circle and just going the other way. So just oiling the joints at this point. Okay. And we're going to work the knees. And then back. And we're going to work the ankles, so loosening off, going one way and then the other way. So this little session is a little taster of different practices that are pulled together in order to work the wood energy, which pertains to the spring. And we're going to stabilize the earth with this, and we're going to have a couple of movements that are going to tie into the earth as well, but the session is mostly about the wood energy. So just now we're just going to center ourselves, so just breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So do this at your own pace and tuned into your own breath, okay? From here, we're just going to stabilize ourselves. So bringing the hands in a up and down wave. And just feeling yourself coming up and down, feeling yourself grounding yourself, and then expanding up, and then just maybe feeling that wave coming from the earth, going through your body. So these elemental sessions I work them in short batches of about 25 minutes, half an hour, because they can be physically a little bit more demanding. So we try to just work them in short batches. From here, we're going to stretch up. So stretching up to the tips of the fingers and still very much staying in touch with the earth beneath our feet. And feeling that stretch all the way down and all the way down the side where your gallbladder organ meridian runs. You're probably going to feel the liver meridian, organ meridian being stretched as well, and probably the organs as well themselves. Just floating the hands down gently. And we're going to go into the 2 organ meridian movements. So we're going to work liver and we're going to work gallbladder. Actually, we're going to start with gallbladder. So just breathing in, breathing out. So we're starting in a fairly high stance. We're grabbing and tiger stretching its back. Just pinch and tilt the body. So really feeling that part of the body, then circling the hands, turning over and pinch. Look to the back. And turning and coming over. So there's a lot of tiger movements that are associated with the wood and with the tendons and ligaments more particularly. And the ligaments and tendons are part of what is governed by the wood element. And you can probably hear some clicking as I'm going and flexing the hands as well. From here, we're going to do that same movement, but we're going to do it in a lower stance. So more of a lunge to really extract maximum benefits. We're not going to do a lot of these. So you're going to feel that you're working a lot harder. That's okay. And you're probably going to feel the difference in the legs as well. Okay, and just come up and stand in Wuji for a minute. Just breathing, bringing your breathing back to normal. Finding your Wuji stance and listening to what's happening through the body. Making sure your spine is long so that the messages can be carried up and down your spine. From here, we're going to work the liver organ movement. So we're going to turn and come forward and lock back heel. Come back, turn the foot. And you're going to be sitting in the opposite way of the foot, okay? And that's in order to stretch and activate your liver meridian, which runs up. And then forward. And we're going to turn, work the other side. Coming back, stretching, back up, forward, and turning. So working this meridian, but you're also getting like a bit of a squeeze on the liver and a bit of a stretch and bend on the meridian in the upper parts. And turning forward, coming back, stretch, back up and squeeze forward. So there's an opening and some of you will feel the organ meridian when working this. Okay, this will be our last repeat. So one on this side. Try to find your way with the breath. Just work a natural breath just now. When we go back to working the organ meridians, I'll go over the breath. I'll go over the breathing for it again. And again, take a second to stand in Wuji. And we're going to do a couple of tiger-based exercises, which are really there to tense and squeeze the tendons and ligaments through the body. So the hands start like this, and it'll be like pressing an orange and really working the tendons. But you're going to take that tension and you're going to build it all the way through the body, all the way down the legs, and it will feel almost like you're being held up into the air. And you will grip the floor with your toes as well. Bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth when you're doing this. And don't clench your teeth too hard, okay? You put them together gently, but don't bite down on them too hard, okay? So this is your starting stance. And you're going to squeeze all the way through and take a couple of natural breaths here. So you get that weird interaction of feeling tension and yet feeling very light, because you're not reliant on your muscles, because you're working that wood energy. You're more reliant on what's happening in the tendons and the ligaments through the body. So let's repeat this. So be at the ready, nice and relaxed, and then squeeze. Grip the floor with your toes and relax. We're going to do this again. Okay, so at the ready and squeeze. And relax. Okay, so just breathe naturally for a minute, or at least a few seconds. So this is Wuji, nice and relaxed, soft on the knees. Okay, just breathing in and out, natural. Very good. And from here, we're going to get into our final active exercise, which will be a tigerish exercise. So just breathing in, hold the breath, breathing out, horse stance. Turn the pause, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Turn the pause, breathe in, hold the breath, and breathe out. Turn them again, breathe in, and hold a bit, breathe out. Turn, breathe in and hold, breathe out. Turn, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Turn, breathe in, and relax. So let's just take a Wuji for a second. Take the pulse in Wuji. And we're going to work Wuji with the elements. So we're going to start with earth. So we're only having 2 little exercises for earth today. One was the wave, and this one is the holding posture. So feel your resilience building. And it's possible that you can feel these waves coming up your legs as well. And just make sure to be in horse stance for this. So pull your knees over your feet. Keep your breathing as loose as you possibly can, as gentle as you can, and as open as you can. And I always say the hardest about this is the first few seconds, okay? When you're through those first few seconds, it gets easier. Dare I say that? We're not in a very demanding horse stance just now. Just enough to stimulate that earth energy connection. Okay, from here, you're going to bring your feet in. We're going to work the wood energy connection. So again, feeling stable, rooting yourself in your foot and feeling up all the way to the tips of your fingers. Keeping your breathing as comfortable as possible. And we're going to switch around. So you've switched to the other side, the other foot. Okay, and just come back into Wuji. And listen to your body. Listen for this activation through the body. How does it feel? Take a few breaths to just stand. So again, you're in your soft stance, spine long. And very gentle, just very gently bring your breathing to sort of natural in and out. And just breathe gently, taking the pulse gently in your body. And really feeling for the difference in the body before and after. And from here, we're going to settle things down. I'm going to do a few of those. Just breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. From here, we're going to bring Qi to Dantian. And I always find that the brushing is very good for working with the wood energy rather than tapping. So for the cool down. So working your kidneys first, just rubbing them in little circles and then just brushing down and back up. Sorry about the hair. And then going round, basically going around the body. Hopefully you don't have hair getting in your way like me. But even if you do, it doesn't really matter. There we go. We are humans. We are human. Okay. So just holding your kidneys for a second. And just breathing. And bringing your hands forward and just feeling for that calm energy. Bringing things together and just smoothing out. And we're just going to close the gate, just like locking the door before we leave the house. And thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the wood energy workout, and I will see you again soon.